On Saturday, I think there's no other way to explain it other than showing you this clip.
I'm not sure, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I see a nipple.
I saw a nipple on Saturday. I saw two. All right. Here's here's what happened. I brought my photo booth with me, and I have a salsa booth, which isn't like a big giant photo booth. I actually have a link in the description if you guys want to check it out. That photo booth I have, which I highly recommend. It is super awesome. It has made me a ton of money. It's an easy upsell. And then it created this moment, which I kind of wasn't ready for. But what had happened was I had it really set up right next to me. I like to put the photo booth close to me to sort of create, an experience that everybody can have. If you're not a dancer, then go take some pictures. But if you are dancing, you can just quickly walk over, shoot a picture, jump back on the dance floor. That's kind of like my thought process. And I had a photo booth pretty close to me. I'll show you. So that's what the normal people were doing. And again, that's where it was. And everybody that was taking a picture was facing the crowd. So the thought never crossed my mind at all that I was going to have what happened to me. One of the things that the photo booth also does is instead of printing out pictures, which I was 100% against, I don't want to print out pictures. It'll text it to your phone. So after your photo is done, by the way, you can like preview it. So you take your picture, right? And then it'll show it to you and you can look at it and then you can send it to yourself. Once it sends it to you, then you have your picture, but then you can also have access to the live gallery, which is where everybody else took a picture. So this older woman comes up to me and she taps me on the shoulder and she's looking real serious. Like, we have a situation here. I was like, okay, what's up? She goes, well, I was looking through the photos from the photo booth and there was a young woman who took a picture and she exposed her boobs and her nipples. I was trying not to laugh. And I looked at her and I go, her nipples? And she goes, her nipples. So I'm like, all right, let's take a look at this thing. So I walk over to my photo booth and she's following me like a little dog, and I pull up the live gallery and I'm scrolling through and oh, yeah, there it is. And she goes, that's it. That's the picture. I'm like, yeah, I know, lady. I know what boobs look like. And she goes, what are you going to do? I was like, well, I think I'm going to download it, maybe put it on the internet. I'm going to delete it. Okay. I'm going to delete this picture. And that's what I did. I got on and I found it and I deleted it off of by the way, I did notice a huddle of young boys over in the corner. Now I know what they were up to. And so, that was gone. And in my head, I'm like, all right, I don't want to make a big deal out of this. I don't want the bride to find out that this happened. I don't want to embarrass her friend. And well, the bride did come up to me and she goes, hey, one of my friends took, and I was like, I'm gonna stop you there. I know exactly what happened and I took care of the situation. It is deleted. Don't worry about it. She's like, okay, good. Thanks. And then the photographer looks at me and goes, are you going to like make an announcement to everybody to tell them not to do that? And, I think like a couple of thoughts went through my head and you guys can tell me in the comments what you would have done. I ended up not saying anything, and for a couple of reasons. One, I felt like this is a one-off situation that I don't want to be like the government. You know how the government acts? Like out of a million people, one person does something stupid and then they're like, all right, we're changing all the rules and nobody's doing this again. And now we take our shoes off at the airport for 20 years. You know what I mean? So I didn't want to create that. I didn't want to get on the mic and go, hey, everybody, just a heads up. If you take a picture, everyone gets to see it. So let's keep those things PG, right? Because I feel like that poor woman that took this picture, which when I think about it, the way she took the picture, she kind of was like, pushing them together. And she was probably just trying to be funny. And I don't know if she meant for her nipples to be out, but she was in a group of 5 other people, by the way. So after the photo was taken, they were able to look at it and go, hey, Nancy, your tits are out. But nobody did that. Or if that did happen, she'd go, yeah, I know. I want them out. I want them out. It's okay. I want them out. And so, Nancy wanted her tits out. So Nancy's are out. She sent it. And I don't know if they downloaded it to their phones, but they all had it. But I didn't want to get on the microphone and let everybody know. Because you know what that does to people. They're all looking around like, oh, what's going on? What what happened? Did somebody do something racy out there? You know, then they're going to come up to me and ask me shit. And I don't want people asking me like, oh, well, some lady showed her tits. She's right over there, table 13. You know what I mean? So I just ended up just ignoring it and letting it happen and just kind of, you know, didn't want to draw a lot of attention to it. And let me see what you guys are saying. We got some comments rolling in. Yeah, you know what? I was wondering about that. You should never allow access to live gallery, though. I turned that shit off. I was wondering afterwards, like, you know, I wonder if that's a feature that we want to allow guests to see all the pictures and but you know, normally though, I mean, you're not. I just didn't expect there to be nudity out there. I thought it would just be people having fun, taking pictures at the wedding. Like, oh, this is fun. Look, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh my God, there's some tits.